I thought we were going for a talk show.
So, a little bit of imagination.
Hi family, welcome down to the show. This is Cousin Eddie, Coach to the Stars, and I'm 21 SoulBlaze on all social media and your favorite cousin. Y'all know me from chart-topping music videos, executive producing feature films like Back Alley Bulls, and marketing the top brands. Hashtag manifest, hashtag RealTalk.
Humility, cousin, humility.
Belief, love, and gratefulness, cousin. Reminding all the ladies to get in my Mercedes. Especially your Mercedes.
I'm not very Audi though.
Oh, my cousin. I already told you, right? God already put the down payment on the Bentley. Now they're superimposing my face on the side of the car.
Your face?
My face.
I'm happy for you, okay?
Yes, yes.
Can we start the show now?
Shush. Thank you. You're far too kind. I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, the girl that met me when I was 13.
Who's you talking to?
My cousin. I'm practicing my speech for the Academy Award, Oscar, and Hometown Hero. You must believe in me, right?
Let's get on with the show, cousin. Let's get on with the show.
On tonight's show, we hear Suhaimi Yusof. Hello, cousin. Got lost cousin. Yes, been almost a century. Yes, why did you with me? Yes, cousin. I mean, we still look alike. Yeah, in this region, yes. In here, you're more beautiful looking than me. Yes, don't be humble. So let me ask you. We all know who Suhaimi Yusof is. Really? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. If they don't know, then don't know what they're doing for the last 10 years. I still don't want to talk to them already. But who is Suhaimi Yusof to you?
It's a good question because I always ask myself too, who the heck am I? And so I should have. But I think I can be rest assured that I'm a guy, I'm a man.
Okay.
Yeah, I do what men do. Wait, I see that.
What do men do anyway? I'm not sure.
I'm thinking.
What do you think? Okay, better you tell us.
Okay, probably was just direct message you or WhatsApp you like this.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah, Suhaimi Yusof, just another guy trying to make a living by acting and doing things and reliving his school skits on screen.
On screen.
That's it. So I think I got this question like a couple of years ago, many years ago. I think 8 Days magazine actually asked me, what actually do you do? I said, I got a job. My main job is basically just to make fun of people and get paid for it. And that's the best kind of job. It's not a dream job. It's a nightmare dream job.
Do I apply for this job?
It's a nightmare.
I want this job.
It's a nightmare. I wouldn't go.
How come I gotta add all the skits to the show? Nobody told me you can make fun of people and make money. Y'all been cheating me on this show. Okay, that's so.
Yeah.
Speaking of school, can you tell us who is Montfort Jackson?
Okay. You must have been reading some Wikipedia stuff. Yeah, definitely.
No.
All over the
I got Intel. I made the SMS, then okay, the scoop.
I believe you. AI,
as in
artificial
Idiot.
So this was something, okay, it goes back during my younger days. I was like Montfort Primary School. I was in Montfort Secondary School. So I spent quite a long time with it. So I've gotten a long service award for being in the same school. Now, Montfort School, the old Montfort School, which was situated right now, is an end of Serangoon Road, Upper Serangoon Road. And then if you walk further down, you will have this place called Kangka. Kangka is a place where they, unload fish boats, the boats coming in, and then they will unload fish and stuff like that. Back in those days, 1970s, 80s, by the time you reach around 90s, they have shifted to the new place. So that's the original organic Montfort School.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a boys' school. We didn't have anybody else to look at except us. boys.
Okay.
Because sometimes quite worrying. Like. The only girl that I look up to in that school was Mother Mary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was standing like that. Until today, if you go to that place, she's still down there. So that's the only girl I had looking upon, and the thing like she was wearing the tundo.
Last Sunday, I talked to her.
Yeah,
Last Sunday.
I kept her, right? She didn't say anything. Yeah. Okay, so back in primary school, all the way until secondary school, it's actually a very I don't know, from introvert suddenly I got exposed, and then I became an extrovert. So I didn't have many friends back then. So suddenly, when I was in secondary 3, then my form teacher, if I could still remember her name, Miss Sim, she said, okay, our class going to have, we're going to put up a sketch for Teacher's Day. And Suhaimi will be in charge. So at that point in time, I thought it was a death sentence to me. Say, am I that? Why is he thinking? Why was he thinking? Okay, so I only had 3 friends back then. Two friends are me and myself. I'm a friend. And 2 others. So I have 3 friends in total. Yeah. So, his name was Clinton. The other one was Lim Kok Xiang. I still remember. So I said, what I'm going to do? I'm going to die. I'm going to die. He said, I've never gone up to the stage, never want to do this kind of thing. So Clinton then said, hey, just do a 5-minute interview, and then we'll get it over and done with. Last 2 people, bodoh like Korea. Then I said, what do we do? What do we do? Like interview what? What do you mean interview? I never done an interview before.
Yeah.
I said, what do we do? So back then, Michael Jackson was like everywhere. It's like the pop king and stuff like that. So he said, why don't you become Michael Jackson? I become Brooke Shields, and then we get this Kok Xiang to interview the 2 of us. That's it. That's a good deal. They say, yeah, I ask you questions, and then that's it. Done. Oh, okay. So we rehearsed a couple of times, and then come the day itself. So, ladies and gentlemen, so our skate was the second skate. So we went up on stage. The funny thing about this Montfort School was our hall was on the, I think, about 4th level. So we had to go up there, and then 4th level, and then next to it was actually the whole area of Christian cemetery. So you can actually see it's quite peaceful around there. Peaceful.
That's the word you chose. Peaceful.
Very peaceful. Yeah, that's supposed to rest in peace anyway. You don't do your homework, then you rest in peace.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we had only about 5 minutes skate, and then all you need to do is just ask questions. He had this book with him to pretend, that he's doing an interview. So that is where I had to play the role of Montfort Jackson. So Montfort Jackson came up, of course, and then the minute I came on to the stage, and then he asked me, so Montfort Jackson, what made you do the Thriller album? Oh, Thriller album, the zombie. And then suddenly I went blank. Because I wasn't ready to react to this whole crowd. I was totally... Whatever the word is, it went totally blank. So everybody was looking at me, so I didn't know what to do. So, but then again, I said, that's it, die, man, mati, and so on. I had to say something. What do I say? I said, that's it, I'm going to, make everybody embarrassed. So I didn't have any idea. I turned around, I saw the cemetery area, and I told my friend, I did the Thriller album for those guys down here. They all went bursting laughter. And then that was a light bulb moment for me. Because they said, hey, it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes. You don't really have to, sometimes when you shy away from people, you think that the world is a perfect world, then you cannot forgive yourself for making some errors or mistakes. So that was a light bulb moment. And then when I said, I didn't follow the script, I just had to say something. And I thought Thriller album, I remember the zombie thing. And I said, I did it for the guys down there. Suddenly everybody laughed. And then there was a moment when I thought so it's okay. And they accepted it and they kind of enjoyed it. So the next question and so on and so forth, we went improvise on stage on the spot. And then after that, the sweetest thing is, because it was so natural.
Okay.
So our skit got number 1.
Okay.
And that catapulted me to be popular in school. We had a school principal coming up. I said, well done. This school principal is very, very, I think we call him the mafia of... mafia? Discipline, master, everything all rolled into one. The night warrior. Yeah, he's the dragon that you want to avoid.
Yeah.
So his name was the late Mr. James Singh. So James Singh, and then we Malay always call him James something.
Allegedly, if you are the real person, don't sue us. Allegedly, this is it. I guess it's late.
Yeah. So there was a story, one projection, everything else was history. And that's it.
Wow.
Suddenly I light bulb moment, and then it catapults me, and then I had more friends after that.
Wait, what was no? Who's the Brooke Shield then?
Clinton, we call him Grago. So we didn't have girls in our school. So we had to deal with this horrible looking guy with Brooke Shield. So Brooke Shield was supposed to be the girlfriend of
Yeah.
See, we almost puked on stage.
On stage.
Yeah, but but today, Clinton grew up to be a fine young man. Now, otak look like Vin Diesel. He's actually a prison warden today. Yeah, so I say when I bump into him, I say, wow, like this, you were Brooke Shield before.
Speaking of otak and prison, you know when I was in secondary school?
You're not in prison.
No. I never go before. Never go
You better cousin.
I from Kishun, but never do anything. Okay? So, when I was in secondary school,
You don't think
when I was in secondary school,
Yeah.
I was thinking of performing as Tupac. But the problem is because of this, I have one pack. So they say I cannot make it. But where are you all now? My video is on MTV, baby.
Don't mess with the pack, man.
Okay.
Yeah. So I opened up to some showbiz world after that.
Okay.
And that became prominent. And I think one of the lessons was that I learned, I guess, if you're quiet, no matter how good you are, sometimes you just have to say things out.
Yes.
You can be vocal,
Yes.
but don't be too over vocal.
Yeah.
But if you're quiet, so some little tips for kids out there, you're a little shy, because we learn by asking questions. So don't be shy asking questions. The world is not perfect.
Yes.
Look at the trees. The trees don't grow symmetrically. Everything has its bends, corners. Look at ourselves. Look at you, cousin. You're not perfect, brother.
We're not perfect. No. Everybody at home, this is a very valuable lesson that we learned.
Yeah.
That you don't need to be perfect. You just need to go out there and do it.
Do it.
Even in this show, we have mistakes. We just keep rolling.
Yep.
We just keep going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Next
Next question. Okay. Right now, we have an exciting new segment that we call our Edutainment Talk. So we're going to talk about a topic each week, each episode, and he's going to give you the official reasoning, and I'm going to break it down for you.
Well, today's topic is Web 3.0, right? The next evolution of the internet that emphasizes decentralized user-controlled data and improved user experiences.
Bro, we got to break it down for the viewers, don't you? Check it, let me tell. Web 3.0 is like an upgrade on the internet where we get more control over your data. Things work better lah. It's like last time you upgrade from Nokia to iPhone, right? Same thing. It's called internet flexing. It's the new swag. You feel me?
I feel you, man. I feel you.
Well, the next question is, among all the roles and characters that you have done, which has been your favorite behind the scenes and in front of the camera? Because when you're developing the character, you might enjoy it. And could you answer this question in your favorite character?
Okay.
It's going to be interesting.
Okay.
Actually, it's like JoJo Guy. Because JoJo Guy is actually based on a real character.
Yeah, because, when we actually get it together, then we try to brainstorm what kind of characters you want to play. Because Noose actually had, given us opportunity for us to play so many roles. And then we would brainstorming and, bouncing ideas. So I kind of like this character in Mediacorp. I think probably would have met him as well. This guy, his name is JoJo. He's the guy who involved backstage, putting up all the props, and then do the grip and stuff like that. But one thing unique about this JoJo guy, I think today still, if you go to the Mediacorp, you probably might bump into him. Okay, one is the way he dressed himself. He dressed up like as if he's going for a rock concert. I think he got the wrong costume for the wrong job. Usually you'll be wearing your t-shirt and your stuff like that, but he would wear with all the bling accessories and stuff like that, like a series stuff. 1970 rock star. And he does it every day. So he had this bling with him, buckle, pointed shoes. Yeah, so Maharoka. Yeah. And best part is the time stood still. His whole entire costume is really, really nice if it were in the 1970s.
Why not today?
Okay. So everybody kind of remember this character. And the best part is he has nothing to do with performances. He's the guy who set things up for performances. Yeah. So sometimes you get confused. Which is which? Show guy or which one is the one?
He's the younger brother. I think I met him in issue yesterday. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. So then I told the producer back then, so if I want to do this, I say, what would it be? I say, I want to dedicate this to this JoJo guy, and put that character into the nose, and I think it will be a legacy to live forever and ever. Okay. So taking this inspiration,
Ta-da! JoJo Guy was born. So I would imagine if this guy JoJo, who used to work behind the scene, can actually now come up become the superstar. It will never happen because he's been there for quite a while.
Yes.
So I say on his behalf, I say, JoJo, you are now the news reporter.
But does he know? Does he you play the character? Do you call him out here?
After I think 3 or 4 seasons.
Yeah.
And then I bump into him and I say, I actually dedicate this character to you. And then
Did he ask for a check, matan,
no,
anything?
he just don't care.
Very good, very good. Because if my friend, he already come to my house. Hey, bro, you do my character, the money for me. It's like it's a game. So,
I think, yeah.
I just like to say, when you see Suhaimi on TV, and then you wonder if he's all that intelligent, everything, I can tell you, he really is. Now I'm going to move on to a little bit of a serious question that cousin Eddie has for you. Maybe you want to let him know.
Not the
This is cousin Eddie's moment inside.
yeah, not a kind of mathematics.
No.
I mean, being whatever.
Still, in reference to the industry, I think you mentioned in 2012, appreciation of our local talents, seek better passions across, our neighbor. Perhaps can you elaborate more on that?
Give us a solution that we can do to change things here.
Sure. I think in totality, what I said was quite a
It's very broad.
story. Yeah. I just like any boxing matches, we only remember the knockout.
Yes.
Just like football, they only remember the scoring only. They don't know the dribble. Like that. Okay, so I think back then, as we were growing into the industry, right, then you became more observant of the opportunities, the things that can make things better for you, can move on, and at the same time you want to perform. You can't help but compare the scenario within your vicinity or neighborhood.
Sure.
Neighborhood means Singapore, Malaysia, Brunei, Indonesia. What can we do around the region? So in the process of doing that, so I traveled around and I take a look at some of the opportunities that they had, and then first of all, it's not so much about the whole entire community, but it was just about me. Where do I go now? How do I grow? So life after MediaCorp. So I was a full-time MediaCorp before, then, being in a corporate, you were probably protected by Shell. Eggshells.
Coming on.
And then after that, when you step out, you really need to learn taekwondo, karate, all kinds of things. Yeah. And then at the same time, you need to appreciate around the situation and environment. And then you have to ask yourself a couple of questions. First question is, Singapore is a small country. So being in a small country, sometimes when we step into showbiz, right, we're always thinking of Hollywood.
Yeah.
So in big countries, they have not only a huge platform, but they have several other variations. We don't even have internet. So because it's a small country.
Sure.
Because we don't travel, like for example, if you stay in Johor, and then after that, have some filming going on in KL, you probably have to drive up probably about 2 hours, 3 hours. In Singapore, you just, you have filming going on in Ang Mo Kio. You let your script in Toa Payoh, it should take 5-10 minutes only to come back, and that's it. So our behavior pattern is slightly different. It's good for convenience, but it isn't good for the market as a whole. So it's a small country. Small country, small industry,
Yes.
and small minority. So you're
Smaller minority.
smaller minority. Smallest country in the world in a small minority. How small can you get? So how to become Sylvester Stallone like that? How do I travel to become Arnold Schwarzenegger? Get down, everybody. And then how do you? So when you travel around, you start to feel envious of some of the opportunity that you see or you saw. Some people might compare to a huge country with a huge platform, but not everybody is smart. No, I don't mean. Yeah. In big countries, sometimes it's filled up with smart people, and sometimes also filled up with some people who think they were smart. So
Yes.
and they didn't know that. They didn't know. So coming from a space where we need to survive, right? And here are some people who just be complacent, and they were like staring at the opportunity with a blank face. I say, you don't want that. You will do anything for that. But I would make an analogy. Like, for example, if you're born in a palace, what is appreciation of a normal luxury is nothing to you because you're born in a palace as a simple spoon. So you take for granted, things that you thought like, oh, it's just part and parcel of life. Sure. But for us, we will survive. We will need to survive. We need to see the opportunity. So again, the opportunity will go. I make an analogy with the palace life again. If I was born to be a prince, for example, I cannot just go out there and watch a movie on my own, have a cup of coffee with my friends on the street. I can't. Life as a prince in a palace could also mean imprisonment. You don't have the freedom. You have everything, but you don't have the freedom. So that makes me feel a little bit much better that I have the freedom. It's just that I don't have the private palace. So now I need to look. I need to like turn this whole thing into a little palace. Comparing with others, and you see, there's always a limited, in a small space. Of course, you fight for a little space, and then sometimes you are at the mercy of people because people will say that you're a good actor, you cannot act, you can sing, you cannot sing. You talk to somebody. So somebody would.
I mean, that's
So I need a little bit of that freedom. So my statement was like this. If you want to dwell just the Malay market and nothing else, the best place to go Malaysia. Seek the opportunity in Malaysia. Right. So the statement goes again, if you want to focus and concentrate only in the Malay market, you want to be the Maharaja of the Malay market, then you can't stay in Singapore alone and must go Malaysia. Because that's where the mainstream is, or was, or is still now. Yeah. But if you don't want or don't feel comfortable going to Malaysia, because again, going back to the example where if you leave something or you're like doing filming and then you have like 3 or 4 scenes, Ang Mo Kio, Toa Payoh, after that you go back Hougang. Convenient, very fast. You can do multiple things. Yes. So if you do not want to abandon that comfort, then all you need to do to stay in Singapore, you have no choice but to open the other doors. You must open the other doors. So there's option 1, there's option 2. Option 1, dwell in that one particular market. You have to go to that place where you can become the master. Yeah. You're not comfortable logistically. You're not comfortable in traveling around. You feel you can do more. You want to stay in Singapore. Singapore is dead. Then you have no choice. Take the mallet, take the mallet and smash doors. You must smash every single door, every entering door, every market door. Yes. You must smash one by one. And then you stop of crashing down doors.
You come to that time of the show.
Yeah.
This question is a visual question. Okay. Maybe you want to look at my screen over there.
Ladies and gentlemen, SoulBlaze.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy SoulBlaze back with that. Get your mask on part 2. You feel it in your soul, you feel it in your ear, you feel it, don't you lose control. Everybody now, you feel it in your head, you feel it in your throat, you feel it, don't you lose control. Everybody now, be safe, be safe, be safe. Don't let you lose control. Be safe, be safe, be safe. Just follow all these rules. Be safe, be safe, be safe. Just self-quarantine. Be safe, be safe, be safe. Don't let you lose control. Step 1, don't you be late, huh? Step 2, don't go crazy, mate. Step 3, clean the contact points. Step 4, put your hands down, huh? Step 5, check your info hand, huh? Step 6, when you're back from overseas, just self-quarantine, be safe. No hoarding, you know what I mean?
Now they're all in quarantine.
What?
And the air's getting clean.
Really?
We all stay home regime. There's nothing like we've seen
Go.
before.
You feel it in your head. You feel it in your soul. You feel it, don't you lose control. Everybody now, be safe, be safe, be safe. Don't let you lose control. Be safe, be safe, be safe. Just follow all these rules. Be safe, be safe, be safe. And self-quarantine. Be safe, be safe, be safe. Don't let you lose control. I got this feeling in my. Everybody just be together. Follow these steps, we'll be alright. Everybody now stay safe, hold tight.
Everyone of us can be working from home, so put your hands together, give us time to carry on. For the people that be kind, to make sure that in time everything will be fine. Not together we go wild.
I say corona, you say no more. Corona, no more. Corona, no more. I say stay, y'all say stay, stay, stay. I say quarantine, y'all say 14, quarantine, quarantine. I say peace, y'all say oh. I say believe, y'all say be safe, be safe, be safe. Don't let you lose control. Be safe, be safe, be safe. Let's follow all these rules. Be safe, be safe, be safe. And self-quarantine. Be safe, be safe, be safe. Don't let you lose control. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a message going out to every single person all around the world. I believe we in troubled times, but I believe we can make it true. Just follow the rules and stay safe. And most of all, peace.
So, have some guy the video. Answer. Well, absolutely.
I told you, I don't.
You never take us. You never take us.
You never believe in me, cousin.
Okay, my question is handsome, awesome.
I'm so awesome, gruesome. Okay, so I take it all. I take it all. I take it all. It's Suhaimi Yusof. I take everything. I take it all. Okay? What do you think about introducing or characters into music videos and talk shows, or enacting out music videos and talk shows as a character or a parody?
He's always talking about this world domination type media thing. Can you help me with this?
World domination.
Okay, so you're like putting in a character that as part of the
Yes, yes.
I think I kind of second that. I believe in that too, because back then I think to me, I think after exposing myself to radio shows and TV shows, people remember characters. And I think it's also much easier to sell characters. And then the characters and you, I mean, first of all, of course, you need to be well-versed in yourself. Audience need to relate to you. And at the same time, you go into your another persona, and that characters will be a character which is the opposite of you. So back in radio, I had this character called Sod, Mr. Sod. It's just an audio guy. And he's a guy who always irritates me every time I had to say something on air. So I say, okay, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, everybody. And then you go come on board and say, hey, what time is it? What time is it? So I had that little frequency, and then I had was all pre-recorded words and statements. And people kind of like associate that guy with me, but it's actually the same guy. So the morning show became known as the Suhaimi and Sod show. And it's very easy because Sod is sellable compared to me. So the time was brought to you by Sod, something like that. So character always sells. And then I think when I do voiceover also, definitely people remember voices, characters, and if you know, and I am Optimus Prime and Cybertron.
Optimus Prime, that's right.
Yeah, I saw Prime 1, Prime 2. Prime 1, Prime 2, yes. Like B1 and B2, right?
No, so it was movies, and then you collect all this tonation. So that's you're playing with audio. But when it comes to visual, I think people remember until today, even though the MTV channel is no longer around, people remember Beavis and Butthead.
Maybe about it.
Yeah. So the fact that this character, you used to buy it. I think locally people remember Pachukang. There was an instance where Gawit, we were like talking about this kind of thing, and then Gawit was saying, there was one time in Kuala Lumpur where they had this promotion. So people swarmed him and then asked him for autograph and stuff like that. So when he went up and then changed clothes and went down again to have a cup of coffee, nobody was given there. Nobody knew there was coming. Say no. Everybody knew what to come, but nobody even cared. So he was sitting at the lobby. No one came to him. But when he was with this,
You get the same treatment, don't you? Get the same treatment?
because I started out introducing myself strongly, so characters become something which I did a couple of DVDs, I did a couple of Norway TV shows. So when I went to Malaysia to take part in this comedy contest, the only guy from Singapore fighting up against all these 17 veteran comedians. So they call me Imam Kunut because Kunut is the one short prayer that we did during our dawn prayer.
Okay.
So what happened was I wrote a story about this DVD character that this guy didn't know anything, but he pretended to know everything and he got away with a lot of stuff. So when the test comes for him to actually do the prayers, he actually fumbled and then he ran away. So that prayer or that small little prayer thing is called Punot. So all Malaysia apparently knew about this. So when I first went into Malaysia, they called me the Punot guy. Punot. So yeah, I think this one probably you have to watch it.
We'll put some scenes from it inside right now.
Yeah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bukan tu. Jawabnya Waalaikumsalam.
And then, of course, the boys of work, they know the characters again. Optimus Prime was something, they call me the Optimus Prime. So it was like kids coming out. Yeah. And apparently that landed me a voiceover job in Malaysia for about 26 episodes of a documentary, because the guy was actually looking for me after 1 year. I said, we finally found you. We had this boy, some Optimus Prime. And you please do a documentary about our Andalusia documentary for 26 episodes last year. Yeah. So you can sell your voice, you can sell your character, and sell your... And people remember that for a way and never move.
I'm just having fun with it, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe you want to tell our guests where they can find you and where they can find all your stuff online.
You can go to the nearest police station.
I found you too. There's not a look. That's scary for us.
You just type Suhaimi Yusof on YouTube. I didn't stop anyone from uploading my videos or whatever it is. Yeah, because I think back in those days, when they didn't believe, okay, this is another miracle thing that happened to me, I think somewhere around 2004, when I wanted to, before I do a lot of TV production. So after radio, I left radio, and then I wanted to do TV production. But then again, you see, I was an audio trained guy. I was not a visual person. But I had to learn the ropes and to learn how to do things and stuff like that. And then I realized, until today, can you name me one radio guy that actually produced TV program? Across the world.
I'm still thinking.
Doesn't exist, right? I didn't know this until several years later, that I didn't know that, hey, it's like water and oil, it doesn't mix. Because radio is a totally different world than itself. When you say a radio producer, the radio producer is basically one-man show. It's a Rambo.
Yes.
He's a producer, he's a writer, he's everything.
He's the host of the show as well.
And it's him, right? Yeah. So when you cross over to TV is a tech team.
Yeah.
A team. It's a football team. You need you don't need just Lionel Messi right in front.
Yes.
So the whole team won't work like that, right? So you need to learn the ropes of the things, and it's because it's also visual. So you need certain terms like shots,
yes,
cinema, that's true, photography.
Speaking of things, shout out to the Real Talk Show team, Xpionaj and Kevin.
Yes, yeah, we like.
Yeah.
So I wanted to go into the TV production. So I said I didn't want to take the risk, so I might as well experiment it first with a DVD or VCD production. I didn't know that was the first DVD that I did. But because we put in so much effort into it, because somebody came over to me and said, don't waste your money, bro. Nobody is going to buy Beli DVD in Singapore. Most we will sell 300, 500 pieces only. Okay, yeah. So the more you say no, the more I wanted to know why. So what happened was I bought 15 local DVDs, studied it, watching one by one over and over again. And I wanted to know what makes them fail. Because where people fail, we will succeed probably. So we will succeed. Probably. Yeah. And I found out the reason. I found out that, when it comes to VCD, most of them, they will be complacent when they start to do some filming. They were not paying attention to the audio. They were not paying attention to the quality of the visual. If you can survive the first 5 minutes of that particular VCD, I think probably you can watch the rest of the show. But I think usually people can only survive about 15 minutes. It's like watching somebody's home video. So the quality was very, very inferior. Boom! Reason number 1, because they don't even care. So to me, it's like if you want to make somebody, buy your DVD or VCD, you have to put in a lot of effort because it marks the difference. For TV show, you can just use your remote control and change the channel if you don't like or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But for a VCD, I got to go to the brain. This brain got to go into the sub-brain. Sub-brain goes to the brain stem, and then it goes to your hand, and then it goes to your pocket, take out the money and buy. So I need to go into the psychological gameplay here to make that bet. How do I psycho him to buy? Because it's an option. So I pay attention to the poster design. I pay attention to the quality of the product. Wow. And I said it has to be better than TV program. So because visual media effort plays a part. Yeah. You can't hide it. Yeah. It's seen. Sure. Yeah. So again, to be honest, I think I can say it now because I already paid all the tax already. Yeah. That's serious stuff. Instead of 300 and 500 pieces. So on paper, I got live record to actually distribute my first VCD. Over 3 months, I've sold locally 75,000 copies. 75. Wow! I didn't expect that at all. I was just having fun, and I thought maybe break even somewhere around when you compare to some albums and all that, maybe 3,000, 4,000 would be good. I didn't expect it to be 75,000 copies. That opens up another brain pop up in here. Where do these people come from? We're a small minority in a small country. How can I ever reach 75,000? You got to be kidding me. So we reprinted and sold. And that also revolutionized and opened up the VCD market. And for almost 10 years, the local audience had really the highest self-confidence. So everybody was like a gold rush. It was the VCD rush. So I was like, I didn't know. So he opened up the game. Cousin Eddie, forget MTV. I'm going to release DVD. Finish reading. Speaking of DVD, don't look at Cousin Eddie. Look at me when I ask the last question. So, will them come out in Cousin Lionel's next MTV video? Cameo. Don't look at him. That can go already. VCD machine. Yeah, that was what the DVD, man. Yeah, but that was the 75,000. That's great. And on that note, they say men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. Let's give a huge thank you to our guest today. Thank you, Mr. Suhaimi Yusof. Thank you. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention 60,000 or almost close to 70,000 pirated in Malaysia. I'll give you I forgive you. Wait. I have a message to the person that pirated it, okay? You make sure you better send the card, or at least send makan to his house. No more already. He was so suffering. Now pirate also cannot survive. No, but everything went on to you. So maybe you send him the makan lah. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you so much. That was a great one.
Hi everyone, and thanks for having me. My name is Joshua Gill, Associate Group Director from PropNext Realty and co-founder of AssetLegacy.sg, an online platform that trains people on how to invest in property and turn a healthy profit. I'm here to share more about property and hopefully shed some light on the topic. For tip number 1, let's begin by talking about property as an investment and see exactly why so many Singaporeans choose this as their top investment choice. Now, property is built on land, and that's where it gets its base value from, the price of the land that it's sitting on. And that land is something that we cannot create more of. So similarly to when money was backed by actual gold, property is backed by the land it sits on. And this tells us that there's a limit to the amount that we can build on, especially on this island where we know that land will never decrease to zero value. Hence, property will always hold its pricing and is seen as a safer investment. And we all know that land is scarce in Singapore, so buying a property in Singapore means basically that you will never lose. Adding to this is the fact that as long as you're not a property trader, Singapore does not charge capital gains on profits from property, which can be used to entirely put into your retirement or as a down payment for your next property. Now, let's take a quick look at how our public housing has grown since the 1960s when it was launched. At that time, you could get a 3-room flat for approximately $15,000. Fast forward to today, some 60 years later, flats are now going for about $500,000. So even if you were only to purchase one 3-room flat in the 1970s, if you were to liquidate that today, it will put a cool $500,000 in your pocket for retirement. Now, that's just an example of HDB prices. How about private property, you ask? Well, I'm glad you did. When it comes to private property, we have some options that private property investments offer, which can be used for multiple design outcomes. For example, a freehold property can be used for legacy planning. That's when you leave behind a fully paid up unit for your family. Or you may need to grow your wealth as a younger person, in which case you will be applying specifically designed strategies to help meet your financial goals.
There you have it. That was an exciting episode with Mr. Suhaimi Yusof himself. And you heard it from him. We are cousins, okay? You better believe me when I say he's my cousin now. Alright?
I'm gonna have my DNA test, man.
DNA, no need to test, man. It's confirmed. Right? I just like to thank our location sponsor, Trend Global College. And most of all, I'd like to thank each and every one of y'all for watching the show.
Thank you.
Catch us on the next show. Guess who we have? It's